And so I imagine you may have like internal targets or growth targets or, retention goals or things like that. How do you use that as a filter and a framework to decide when to do what, or what voices to listen to when you're making those decisions? Or is it truly just we're at a place where everyone that works at the company is getting their financial needs met, we have some profit margin, so we're just going to build something that we personally feel really great about? Like, how do you mix those different priorities, which at times can be at odds, right? So there's a case to be said for get more users.
Yeah, so first and foremost, we have our core values set like most companies do, and we do our best to keep up with these. The number one being one that we more or less took from Amazon. Amazon has what they call like customer obsession. We just call it member obsession because we like to think that you'll never hear me say the word client or user or customer. Like, those are not words I use. I use the word member and community. And so for us, we have like what we just call a member obsession. So the first thing we do is evaluate our own internal ideas and objectives versus, is this going to add value to our members and even our future members? Is this going to add value? And so this is something I personally say and have just really done my best to pour into the company, but seek to be a person of value, not a person of profit. And for me personally, I've always found that profit does follow the value that you add. And so for me, I want to be on that side of it. Yes, you can chase profit, but I'd rather just chase adding value. And I find that profit kind of follows along with it. And so with that said, yeah, we've got both internal ideas of what we want to do with the company, but also we really take time to listen to our members. So the internal stuff I'll share very quickly is based off of data. So at this point, we have enough people that are using it that we can look at the data and figure out, okay, you know what, there's a breakdown right here. This is where we need to improve something. But once again, it's from the understanding that this will improve the experience for our members. Now, anything that's like growing, like, what if we add this feature, this feature, this feature? I go out and evaluate. So we'll do things like very simple forms, but more important than that is the one-on-one conversations I have. And I referenced it earlier, doing things that don't scale, I think is such an important part of marketing for a research perspective. What I'll do is I'll take someone who uses the product. It's very important you pick the right people, not someone who logged in once, not someone who already hates it and they've never even used it, right? Or like the ultimate power person that's done like 3,000 interviews in a year, right? Like, I can't learn a whole lot from them because they do either don't have the experience or have too much and they've just learned it really well. There's a middle ground with people that I'm like, you know what? They look like they're struggling a little bit, but they pretty much have got it down. They seem like they're pretty experienced. Let me get on a call with this person. And getting on a call is, you can't really scale that, right? Your time is not unlimited, right? You have to be careful with that. But for me, it's really important to make sure I get on 15, 20-minute calls with these individuals and ask them very pointed questions. And the questions you ask are really important. I can't just say, what do you think of the product? They know that it's my baby. They're going to say, oh, it's beautiful, it's great, everything's perfect, like, I wouldn't change a thing. And I'm like, oh, thank you. No, what I ask is more of a question of like, hey, we need to make this better for future members. What do you think we could do that would add more value? I just pulled myself out of the equation. Now they can totally break my heart, quote unquote, right? And it's not really going to break my heart because I can learn something from it. So again, it's, for me, the way that we decide how to do new things and to grow the business in a way that's going to really be meaningful is get on calls with the right people. Doesn't scale, but while we're on that call, we ask them questions that we can actually know that we're getting good feedback, good answers from, and then from there, we'll create some sort of poll and blast it out to more people to see what it is that we should really be doing. And that's kind of how we design even our product roadmap, if you will.
Well, hey there. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Honest Marketing Podcast. If you want to watch the entire episode, you can click right here and watch it right now. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get new videos every single week.